and your ideas. In 1978, we saw an opportunity to make a lot of money in commercial real estate. This was our first experience of growing a business idea from what we now call the greed factor. We took our remaining resources and threw it into what is called real estate rehab, redoing houses and buildings and turning them around for a profit. We were among the first wave of real estate people to auction property during the real estate downturn. But we weren't happy because we weren't passionate about what we were doing. It didn't make us happy or fulfilled, and we wondered what purpose it served for others. We took our gains and decided to move on while we could. Learning, you must believe that your product or service has a value to yourself and to others. Lesson, have passion in your idea or it may just fail. Phil had a fascination with bodybuilding and bought membership in what was the most storied bodybuilding gym in the U.S., Vince's Gym, located in LA's Studio City. Vince Gironda was a legendary natural bodybuilder who trained the greats of the 60s and 70s. The motion picture industry routinely contracted Vince to physically shape their actors for a particular movie role. But Vince lacked business acumen and didn't know how to monetize his fame. We engaged him in a business relationship and together introduced women into bodybuilding, after surmising that women possibly had just as much interest in bodybuilding as men did. Certainly I did, and I became a bodybuilder. Vince submerged us into the bodybuilding culture and taught us everything we needed to know about bodybuilding and the importance of supplement and diet and their relationship to each other. But Vince took a wrong value turn, and we decided it was not the value with which we wanted to be associated. Learning, value the people with whom you associate. Lesson, never negotiate core values, even if it means cutting your losses. Our values, by this time, had become more clearly defined. We believed our lifestyle should be about health and wellness, and we made it our #1 priority. In the end, we believed we would always come out ahead and happier. It was now 1981. We had moved from Los Angeles to San Diego. As it so happened, we moved next door to a couple our age who were vegetarians, and we didn't even know what a vegetarian was at that time, who were horrified by our weightlifter diet, a couple pounds of meat a day, a dozen eggs, and half and half. In fact, we ate like that for 3 years. Sharing the bodybuilding credo of protein for muscle mass, they insisted we could get protein from grain and seed combining and shared mixes that they had made for themselves. We decided to create our own mix for breakfast because we believe breakfast is the most important meal of the day, especially for an athlete. And over the course of the year, we gradually tried grain and seed combinations, looking for the right balance of high protein, carbohydrates, fiber, low fat, and low sodium, until we came up with a mix we really liked, and eventually we called it Kashi. We tested our mix on our athletically inclined friends for taste and performance feedback, and found that not automatically they loved the taste. We knew we had a marketable product, but we also knew we lacked experience in marketing a food product. As a result, we tried to license the mix to a well-established company that did. Their response, grains have been around since King Tut's tomb. Nobody will buy this. We don't want it, but we'll make it for you, and you can sell it. Learning, experts may be too close to the forest to see the trees. Lesson, trust your instincts and doubt the doubters. Our soul-searching moment came to be, did we believe in the uniqueness of our product? Would others believe as well? Well enough that they would be repeating customers? And did we believe it enough to sacrifice everything we materially had, which is what it would take? And we did. We took our remaining funds designed a box, wrote the copy, designed and manufactured a trade show booth, and presented it at our first food business trade show at the Natural Food Expo in Anaheim. Presenting it meant we sampled kashi as breakfast. We called it the kashi breakfast pilaf. We sampled as kashi as breakfast, lunch, and dinner to show its versatility. We rented kitchen space, the Anaheim Hilton's kitchen, and before the start of each show, my husband and I prepared our samples, changed into our show clothes, and sampled and pitched 10,000 people over 3 days. Timing met opportunity. It was 1983, and Americans were talking about a healthier lifestyle. Kashi was one of the hit of the show. We took everything we learned, all our resources, worked 7 days a week, all our waking hours, eventually involving our young children. We did what it took to stay afloat, factoring, cutting checks, strategic partnering, and built a national and subsequently international company. Over 18 years, we created products and marketing concepts along the way. Marketing ideas such as what we call end of the race sampling. That is, sampling at the end of an event. That had never been done as a marketing or sales concept. In fact, at that time, if you were in a race, a walk, or a run, you get water and a slice of an orange. But we saw this as an opportunity. With 10 pounds of kashi at a cost of $10, we could sample and pitch up to 2,500 potential users to a targeted audience, athletically interested consumers. Learning. Distribution is a cooperative effort between you and motivated others. Lesson. Slow, measured growth is a discipline garnered after failing 4